an author. And an author is somebody who writes books, and I was invited here today to read a story to you that I actually wrote, and it is called Ella and the All-Stars.
And how will it start?
Yeah, and I wanted to say thank you to Cam. Cam, raise your hand wherever you are, and his parents for inviting me here today to read this story. I visited lots and lots and lots of schools before. So we're going to read my story, and we're going to talk about it today. For those of you in the back, we have a bigger book. This is what it looks like. Good. Now, are you all really good listeners?
Yeah.
So if it gets too noisy, I can do that clap again and have everybody quiet down. Let's do that together. Sounds good. Perfect. Great. So we're going to start reading about Ella and the All-Stars. But let me ask you a question first. Does anybody know what an all-star means? What does it mean if you're an all-star? What's an all-star? Different kinds of stars. And what else?
All stars. And that means some stars.
Some stars. Does anybody know any all-stars? What's an all-star? Ooh, what? You don't know. That's okay. Can you help him? How about you?
That stars can light up in the sky.
Yes, they can. There's also another kind of all-stars. Do you know what an all-star is?
A seesaw?
Oh, you guys are good guessers. Well, I'm going to tell you an all-star means if you're really, 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 really good at something. You're an all-star basketball player and an all-star football player and an all-star baseball player, all-star in hockey and music. Today we're going to hear about being an all-star friend. That means being the very best friend that you can be. So that's all about Ella and the All-Stars. In my story, you're going to hear all about Miss Ella. She is the beautiful little starfish. In the middle, she's purple. And she has friends named Jax. He's a little turtle, and he's got a tiny checkerboard on his back. Davy's a little seahorse, and he has a tiny little patch over one eye. He doesn't see very well, but he's a really fast swimmer. Jeffrey is a trumpet fish. He's got a really long nose that looks like a horn. Miss Michelle. Something's different about Miss Michelle. She's a lobster, but she only has one claw. And then Harold, way up at the top. Harold is a pelican. He's very old, and he wears little tiny glasses, and he looks kind of like a grandpa. Are you guys ready to hear the story? We're going to be stopping along the way and talking about it a little bit, so I might ask you to raise your hands a few times, okay? All right, here we go. Ella and her sister Violet loved to practice cartwheels in Starfish Lagoon. Look at me, Ella. Don't swim out too deep, Violet. Being a big sister starfish was not easy, and as usual, Violet didn't listen. She's a little sister, and sometimes little brothers and sisters don't listen very well, but you guys all said that you're good listeners, right? Well, suddenly the waves became bigger and the sky grew dark. Violet, come back, a storm is coming, called Ella. Violet glided back to the shore, but a big wave carried Ella away. Whoosh! Off she goes. All right, guys, let's do our big wave arms. You ready? Off she goes into the ocean. Ella tumbled faster and faster and faster with each wave. These were not the kind of cartwheels that she liked to do. A large wave scooped her up, lifted her high, and dropped her onto a rocky beach. Ouch, said Ella. This is not my lagoon. The sand is rocky, and the water is so cold. Let's put on our cold arms this morning. You know, sometimes people go the winter time?
No.
Yeah, the cold polar bear swimmers. I wouldn't want to be a polar bear swimmer. Way too cold for me.
Me too.
An odd-looking creature scurried across the rocks. What are you doing on my island? Who are you, asked Ella. I'm king. I rule Crab Island. You don't belong here, you ugly fish.
That's fish.
I'm lost, cried Ella. Well, king, is he a nice crab or a mean crab? Mean. How can we tell he's the king? All right, let's put our crowns up on our heads. Are we going to be nice kings or mean kings? All right, let's take our crowns down. What did King say to Ella that was so mean? Yes, what did King say? Yes. Said, this isn't your island. You don't belong here. That's not a very friendly thing to say, is it? I heard he also said she was what? Ugly. Is ugly a nice word or a mean word? Yeah. Raise your hand and tell me, how would you feel if someone told you that you were ugly? How would you feel? Sad. How would you feel? Happy? Oh, I think so. I bet you would feel what? Mad. Sad and mad. You might even what? Cry. All right, put your hands down. Ugly is a very powerful word. It has a special power to make people sad and mad and might even make them cry. Do you know that there are schools that don't allow you to ever use the word ugly because it can really hurt somebody's feelings? We need to make a promise today to never say the word ugly. Do we promise? Well, King and the crabs pointed and chanted, "Go away, ugly fish. You are not like us. Go away." Ella had never met a crab before. Are they all this mean and scary? Oh, pretty scary, don't they? They're not very friendly. Leave her alone, King, said a little turtle, slowly crossing the rocks. Ella had seen turtles in Starfish Lagoon, but none with checkered shells. "You stay out of this, Jax," bellowed King. But the little turtle bravely walked through the circle of crabs. "I'm Ella. Will you show me the way to Starfish Lagoon?" "I certainly will," said Jax, leading her past King and the crabs. "Ella, don't be afraid of those bullies. Swim east, and soon you'll be home." Is Jax a nice turtle or a mean turtle? Oh, all right. What is Jax doing that's nice? What is Jax doing that's nice? Very good. He's helping her go home to Starfish Lagoon, isn't he? That's a very friendly thing to do to help someone, isn't it? But Jax looks different. Ella had never seen somebody like Jax before. Look, what looks different about Jax? What's different about Jax? He what? Oh, really? Okay. And what else? Yes. He's paddling.
Good.
He's being good. He's being good. Not everybody was being good before, were they? What else? What looks different about Jax? Yes.
That he was bringing him home.
Yes, that's very nice of him. How does he look different from other turtles? Can we guess that? What looks different about Jax? Yes. That's right. You guessed it. What is it? He has what on his back? A shell. And what color is the shell? Yes.
Checkerboard.
Yeah, it's a checkerboard. He's got a checkerboard on his shelf, on his back, doesn't he? All right, guys, let's play checkers. Ready? There you go. Well, Jax is still nice nice even if he had a checkerboard? Could he still be Ella's friend? He looks different though. Do you think he can be her friend? Good. I agree. Let's see what happens next. Well, happy to leave Crab Island, Ella swam deeper into the ocean. This place is even scarier than those crabs. There were schools of big spotted fish and thick, slimy seaweed. Do they look mean or do they look nice? What do they have on their faces? All right, everybody, let's take out your pockets. Put your smile on your face. This is picture day. Ready? Here we go. Click. You all look wonderful. Remember I said that ugly was a powerful word? Well, guess what? A smile is powerful too. You can make new friends with a smile. If somebody smiled at you, how would you feel? Happy. Me too. All right, when you get dressed in the morning, remember to put what in your pocket?
Your smile.
Your smile. You gotta bring your smile to school with you every day, just like picture day.
No, I forgot.
Let's see what happens. Here, little star. 3 big fish with teeth longer than her starfish legs were swimming toward her. Oh no, Daddy warned me about sharks. Ella was so afraid that even her starfish legs were shaking. Ella swam fast, but the hungry sharks were faster. Her legs were shaking. All right, let's put on our shaky little starfish legs this morning. That's how afraid she was. She was shaking all over. Okay, stop shaking. Hop on, called a little seahorse with a tiny patch over one eye. Hurry, little star, I don't see well, but I'm a fast swimmer. Ella quickly hopped onto the creature's back, and together they raced away from the sharks. I'm Davy, and I come from a long line of racing seahorses. I'm Ella. Will you show me the way to Starfish Lagoon? Swim fast and don't look back, Ella. Sharks are everywhere. At Seahorse Crossing, Davy left Ella and raced away. A seahorse? I've never seen one of those in Starfish Lagoon. Is Davy a nice seahorse or a mean seahorse? Yes, he's helping her too, isn't he? But Rachel, you gotta tell me what's different about Davy. What's different about Davy? Yes. What's different? He's yellow. That's a different color, right? And he's got a little, what over his eye? All right, everybody, let's put a little patch over our eyes this morning. Okay, you ready? Sometimes seahorses wear patches like Davy. Sometimes little boys and girls and adults even wear little patches. Can you still see me up here? Yeah? Could I still throw a football? How about a frisbee? Could I still do that? Yeah? Could I still play basketball? How about eat spaghetti and meatballs? Could I still be your friend? How about let's put on little glasses? I see some glasses in the group. Yeah, you all look wonderful. We look different. Could I still be your friend? All right, put your hands down. Just because I look different, I can still be a good friend. Is Davy being a good friend to Ella? Yes, he's being an all-star friend, isn't he? All right, let's see what happens next. I have to be brave and swim fast, said Ella, but something tangled around her legs. Do you need help, little star? Ella had seen lobsters in Starfish Lagoon, but this one was different. She had only one claw. I'll help you, and with one snip of her single claw, Ella was free. I'm Miss Shell. Swimming here isn't safe. I'm Ella. Will you show me the way to Starfish Lagoon? You're almost there. And Miss Shell pointed me the way. This Michelle a nice lobster? So let's listen up. Raise your hand and tell me what's different about Miss Shell. What's different about Miss Shell? She is. All right, everybody, let's put one hand behind our backs. Let's put one hand behind our backs. Ready? Let's pretend we're Tom Brady and throw that football all the way into the end zone. Are you ready? Okay, let's color as good as we can. Yeah, that's really good. Let's eat that spaghetti. Yeah, let's ring the bell. You can do all kinds of things, can't you? But you look different. Could I still be your friend? Do you guys remember there's a Disney movie about a little fish that only has one fin? Do you remember the name of the movie?
No.
It's Dory. Does everybody know Dory? What does Dory have? What does Dory have? Has one fin. What do they call it? Do you remember? Yeah? What do they call it? Remember? Okay. Do you remember them calling it a lucky fin? Yeah. Well, sometimes people only have one arm, lucky fin too, right? Like Cam. All right, where's Cam? Throw me that football. Boom. All right, everybody, let's throw football to Cam. All right, let's throw that frisbee to Cam. Boom. Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he? I saw him catch that really fast. All right, let's see. All right, I look different than you. Could I still be your friend? How fun is that? If we all look the same, wouldn't it be boring? You would look like you, and you would look like you, and you would look like... I wouldn't know who to play with because we all look the same. I think it's fun that we all look different, doesn't it? And we can do all kinds of things, can't we? And we can still be friends, right? Great. Are you ready to see what happens next? Ella swam, but the strong currents turned her upside down. Nearby, a trumpet fish showed off his expert swimming skills. Hello, I'm Jeffrey. Do you need help? I'm Ella. I wish I could swim like you. I can help, said Jeffrey as he pointed his trumpet at Ella and blew as hard as he could. Oh my, giggled Ella as she sailed through the currents. All right, let's put on our long trumpet noses and let's swim like little fishies. Yeah, do you guys know that trumpet fish are real fish? Yeah, they have a special way of swimming. They swim like this. They swim like little trumpet fish. Is he being a nice friend or a mean friend? But he looks different. What looks different about Jeffrey? Yes. He has a trumpet for a nose. He does. Could he still be a good friend? Good. He looks different though, doesn't he? Well, sunset in Starfish Lagoon was a scary time, and the large sandbar made swimming impossible, and Ella began to cry. Why are you crying? Asked Harold the Pelican, who was resting on the sandbar. There isn't enough water to swim home. I'll help you, said Harold. Ella stepped back. Harold was so big, he could gobble her up in one bite. He looks different too, doesn't he? He has little glasses. He looks like a grandpa, doesn't he? What do you think? Do you think he could still be a friend to Ella? I don't know. Can grandpas be our friends? Let's see if he's going to be a friend to Ella. Well, Ella looked into Harold's kind eyes, and she thought about Jax, the tiny checkered turtle that stood up to those bully crabs. Davy, the little seahorse, didn't see very well, bravely raced her past the sharks. Miss Shell, the one-clawed lobster, snipped her from the fishing net. And Jeffrey, the odd-looking fish, used his trumpet to blow her through the currents. They were all so different from the fish in Starfish Lagoon, and each one had helped her. Now she would trust Harold, too. What do you think? Do you think Harold's going to help her?
Yes.
Well, let's see what happens. Well, together they flew over the sandbar to Starfish Lagoon. Harold dropped her into the warm water, and Ella cartwheeled into the arms of Violet and her parents. Her welcome home hugs never felt better. What can Harold do that nobody else can do?
Fly!
Well, let's put out our wings and fly. I wish I could fly every day. Wouldn't that be fun to fly to school every morning? Yeah? All right. Let's put our arms down. Was Harold being a good friend?
Yes.
Would you say he was being an all-star friend?
Yes.
Well, Ella's family is different too. Can anybody see what's different about Ella's family? How about you? What's different about Ella's family?
Small.
They are. Let's see. Her daddy is blue. Her mommy is red. And Ella is purple.
And her sister is blue.
Yeah, and the sister is kind of a light purple. All right, guys, let's take a blue crayon. Here we go. And let's take a red crayon. And let's swirl them together. What do we get? Do you know? You get purple. We have blue again and a red. Mommy has a little purple Ella. Sometimes mommy and daddy have light skin and dark skin. Sometimes they're tall, sometimes they're short. Sometimes they come from different countries and speak different languages. Everybody's family is a little bit different, aren't they? Sometimes we live with our grandparents or our aunts and uncles. Sometimes we stay at mommy's house, and sometimes we go to daddy's house. Everybody's different, aren't we? Yeah, could we still all be friends? Oh, I like that. Are you ready to hear the end of the story? Here we go. That night, before Ella closed her eyes, she thought, I am such a lucky starfish to have so many friends. They might not all be stars, but they're all stars to me. Ella's new friends had become her forever. And that was the end of the story. Did you like Ella and the All-Stars? All right, you guys. I want you to raise your hand. Tell me, did we learn anything from the story today? Did we learn anything important from the story today? How about way up in the back? What did you learn from the story today?
They were all friends.
They were all friends, but they were all what? Nice and different. What else did we learn from the story today? We learned to be kind to other people, didn't we? We learned to use nice words and not mean words. We learned how words can hurt our feelings, didn't we? What else? Did we learn anything else from the story today? Did you guys hear that? He said, whoever you want to be friends with, you can be friends with. Well, before I leave here today, I hope that I'm a new friend for all of you. But I also want you guys to make me a promise about being a good friend. I like promises, and I like to keep my promises. Are you good at keeping your promises? Yeah. All right, so everybody, raise your hand with me. Raise your hand. Okay, ready? I want you to say this right after me. I promise.
I promise
To always be kind.
to always be kind,
To follow Ella's way.
to follow Ella's way,
And be an all-star friend.
and be an all-star friend.
Woo-hoo! All-stars, all-star. You are the very, very first group of all-stars from the JFK Give yourselves a big round of applause. Walk in front, see the new friend next to you. Give him a high five. Give him a high five. Here we go. All right, and everybody, say with me. Go Ella. One more time. Go Ella. I am an all-star friend. Very good. Thank you very much for having me here today. I'm going to check back and make sure you're all keeping your all-star friend promise, okay?
Yeah.
Good. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay.
It's wonderful to meet you all.
Very